Hello everyone, I'm Zuzka, the Craftsy Penguin, and today there's Kato with me, she's over there, and a pile of stuff that I need to show you and talk about. I took a bit of a break in these past weeks, it was just not possible to film at all, and now I have a bit of free time, so I'm trying to film this update, and I'll try also to film that finally backstrap weaving tutorial in Czech. So while I was spending the time during the summer with my kiddos, I was able to do a bit of stuff, but not too much. But there was also something that was already done and that was kept secret up to yesterday. So now I can show you that thing as well. First of all, though, you might have noticed, or maybe not, I don't know, that my hair looks weirdly lighter. That was kind of an accident. I did some experimentation with color peel with a chemical that takes out the artificial color out of the hair, because I had this reminder of dark purple hair dye in my hair, and that dark purple that I did like in winter or November last year turned out pretty red, and as it lightened with sun and with time, I wasn't happy with the remnants of the red in my hair. So I found this color peel and finally applied it on my hair, hoping to get back to my, dark brown color, which is visible in here with my, of course, white strands. One thing that I didn't remember from November last year was that purple color was promising up to 3 levels of lift. That was stated on the box. And well, I thought that didn't lift any color actually, because my hair doesn't like to be lightened, it doesn't bleach very well, and the purple or red was pretty dark, so it didn't seem like my hair was lightened, but I was mistaken in that, and that became apparent after I washed out that color peel, and the hair was, way lighter than my original color. So it's basically a bit bleached. It doesn't look so in this lighting, but in the sun it's really like this light brown ginger-ish color and it's really weird. I'm basically that kind of person that doesn't like the bleached look of the hair, and I prize myself in having, this dark brown hair, not black. I'm flattered when someone thinks it's black, but it's not really black. It's really dark brown, and it has this ginger undertone, but it's really, almost black, dark brown, and now with silver hair, which I love. So now the lower part from like here is this light something, and I'll probably toss some blue dye over that, but I'll let it rest now for a bit, because this week I'm not going to do that, and then for 2 weeks we are going to a vacation actually, and I don't want to do that over there or have it fresh for the vacation, as we are going, to sleep on someone else's pillows, and I don't want to leave blue residue on that. So we'll see about this. For now I'm slightly ginger, I guess. But yeah, that was just this adventure. Otherwise, I spend a lot of time with kiddos outside, with them at some playgrounds with water, I don't know, how do you call those? I think they call them splash pads actually in at US playgrounds, but we have some playgrounds that have, you know, water features at them, and kiddos love that. We also went to the zoo again, this time with my father and the kiddos, because my father has this company for electric fencing, and they use that for the animal enclosures in the zoo. So he went to work there actually and took us with him, and that was fun. That was great. So yeah, but with the craftsy stuff, one thing I have to show you now is this kitty. It was one of the secrets that was hidden away, because I had it done for over a month, I think, and I was also hiding the yarn that went into it. It was this cream colored, it's called Betinka. It's one of these chenille yarns, and I had a gray one that was darker than this one. I'll speak about this in a bit. And I had this light brown nutty color, which, you know, when you see them together, it was sort of giving away what's made out of this. So they were hidden, and since then I used them for other stuff except the brown, but those were hidden and not counted in my yarn stash, so I will now have to include those. But yeah, the loaf cat was done after the pattern from a video from False Bubbles. I like that. And she made hers like 10 rows long only. So I needed to prolong the cat, because in this cat I tried to follow the spots that our live row cat has on her, and I sort of managed, especially with, you know, this spot here and the head part, the face part, but from here to the butt to the tail, I would need even more space to fit the spots as they are, and it was complicated because I was using, you know, photographs of her, and I was even bothering her every time I made a color change. I was looking like, is the spot like this on her? And the problem is, when she's sitting and when she lays down and when she's walking, the spots are in different places every time. So that was kind of complicated. But the important feature is this little lantern of the orange color on her tail, and the small white spots over there, and of course the face is with these, our friends call them blushes, on her face. She also has these funny stumpy legs on her, and my husband's birthday was yesterday. He unpacked this and he was really happy with it. He loves her, and I already shared it on Facebook and in several groups, and it is really popular. Someone says it looks a bit more like a guinea pig or a hamster, but I already have maybe a friend asking for I already have an order for another cat from a friend who had this dark grey cat in their family, and they want to have a memory of that cat. So I'll be making one more, or maybe possibly more of them. So yeah, the cat was fun, and I was trying to make it, you know, when my husband wasn't at home and when the kiddos weren't at home, because they would absolutely stick their little noses into my stuff and well, tell about it to the dad. So I originally for the spots, because I knew that's going to be pretty complicated, I made a small mock-up in this waist white yarn. Is it gonna show? Plus. And I used markers to map the spots on her and to see, you know, the lines where the rows are connected and all that. So I had this mock-up, and still I made changes from the mock-up to the real thing, but it was really a process. And I had pictures of the cat, you know, the photographs, and I tried to mark the center line on her back to translate it to the loaf, and I had to make it longer, as I said. So it was a whole process, but it was pretty quick making up, actually. It grew really fast, and it's a great project, the loaf cats. I know, again, Lisa from Happy to Cook Creations makes them, you know, by the dozen, from different colors and from marbled yarns or gradient yarns and all that. They look amazing, and they have such a cute face. I was also struggling a bit with the eyes. These are these gray eyes, which are, I think, 12 millimeter in diameter. I tried bigger ones, I tried smaller ones. The bigger ones looked so funny. It was like this cat that has seen the universe, you know, like. But yeah, these worked pretty well, and the trouble was that the shop that I was ordering the eyes from didn't have the 14 millimeters eyes, which I think, or I thought, would be the best for this. But yeah, I think these work really well. So that's the cat, and as I mentioned, the yarn from the cat was already used in other projects. One thing that you've already seen were those two stingrays, and this one is made from another yarn, from a bigger diameter yarn, which is called Alize Veluto, but this one was made from the remainder of the dark grey and the cream. So this small stingray was made out of that yarn. And honestly, since then I found out that the Betinka yarn is okay when it's done up like this, but when you're working with it, it sheds the fluff from the ends. So the newer light grey one is another kind of yarn. It's the Himalaya Dolphin Baby, and that one is like sturdier. It sheds from the ends still a little bit, but it's even easier to work with, and it's the same kind of plushiness, which is really great to touch. It's just so soft. It's amazing. So yeah, I still have those yarns. I will probably use them for other plushies. Not sure what to use the brown one for, but we'll see. Something will appear, or I'll make a gingery brown cat, maybe. We'll see. One thing I made with the remainder of most of the remainder of the dark grey one was actually this elephant. It is such a cute one. I gave it the little tail, which wasn't included in the pattern. I'll again link the pattern. It's a written one, and there's a video tutorial for it, which is in some foreign language that I don't know, but it has included English subtitles. And it's really easy to make up, actually. The hardest thing is to place the eyes. And again, playing with the size of the eyes is quite fun. Oh, sorry, I need to stretch my leg. I'm sitting on the ground today, and I just killed I just killed the circulation in my leg. Anyways, this elephant was made for my younger son, because the older one has an elephant plushie from the zoo, and he often sleeps with that elephant. And one night, my younger son just demanded to have this elephant plushie, and we have just that one, you know. So I said I'll make him another elephant to have one of his own. So this is the one, and he really loves him, and he demands him for his nighttime really often. Elephant is slon in Czech, and he says this absolutely cute one, I want my one. So this is the elephant, and I was a bit worried about the amount of the gray yarn. So one thing I did was use the yarn under method, which supposedly saves a bit of yarn. And the other thing is I gave him a white belly and white insides of the ears to save the gray yarn. And it worked well because I had like, I don't know, a few centimeters left of the gray yarn. So I made this one, and when I showed it to people at my Facebook page, which you're welcome to follow, I had this friend write me that his nephew would absolutely love an elephant like that, and if I could possibly make him one. And I was like, yeah, sure, but I need to order more of the gray yarn. And he was okay with that, although he originally thought I would maybe, I might be able to make it up quick to have it when he went to visit this nephew, but that was not possible. That was just a few days, and I'd be able to make the elephant in a day or two, but I didn't have that gray yarn for that. So I ordered one. It took quite a while to get here because I also ordered a few new crochet hooks with that, but yeah, in the end it made it here, and this is the other elephant. You can see the gray color is a bit lighter, and he came out a bit bigger, and that's maybe because in this case I didn't use the yarn under method. I used the traditional yarn over method, and maybe also the yarn is a tiny bit thicker, not sure, but I also gave him the white ears and the belly, although I had enough yarn in this case because the friend just wanted it like that, so he thought that's really cute, and so I made it like this. And I really like the way the trunk of the elephant points up, and we have this not a saying but internal joke in our family, or with my husband, since the time years ago when we bought this anteater plushie for our friend's daughter. And the anteater has this long snoot. So when she got it, she absolutely loved the plushie, and she kept holding it by the nose, by the snout. So we called it an animal with a handle. And this elephant is also an animal with a handle. And you can absolutely hold him like this, and our son does that. So yeah. And I can see my battery is dying, although it was full before I started filming. I'll need to get the other battery. Okay, we'll see how long it lasts. Yeah. Also for the elephant I needed again 12 millimeter eyes, or maybe 14 millimeters, and I again didn't have any. I have plenty of the bigger ones. I have now this pouch for the safety eyes for the plushies. So we went to this craft shop, which is quite close to our place, and they had they didn't have any 12 millimeter black eyes. It's apparently like there's a shortage or something, but they had this box of assorted eyes for the plushies. I'm not sure if that's, yeah, this works. There are some colorful ones or colored ones, and there are the black ones. They're the smallest ones to the 14 millimeter, 14, 12, 10, 8 and 6 millimeter. Those are really tiny. And the colored ones are 10 millimeter eyes. So now I have quite a supply. They are not the highest quality, but they're pretty good. So I have lots of safety eyes for the plushies now. We'll see if I'm even able to use all of those. Yeah. Then there was this quick project of a hat. I originally thought I'll make myself this Granny Stitch summer bucket hat to use now in the summer, but I used the Red Heart stripes yarn for it, and with the Granny Stitch it's really thick. I also used that stripes, the retro stripes for the kids' bucket hats with the simple mesh and double crochet stitches. That works well, that's okay for summer. This one is too thick, it's gonna be an autumn hat or early winter hat, so I have this Granny Stitch bucket hat. And I tried to make it one row longer, but that was too frilly and too long. And I also liked that it starts with the same color that it ends at. And with the extra row it went again to the blue, and that wasn't... I don't know, I didn't like it. So it's a bucket hat for winter, I guess. And I think it's really nice. I love the colors. Yeah, so what I was saying before the battery died was that there is a video tutorial for this hat, and I guess there are plenty of patterns which work with the same concept of just the Granny Stitch used for a hat. And the yarn are the retro stripes, the Red Heart stripes in parrot stripes colorway. So I think it's really really cute. And I absolutely love the way it starts with the purple and ends with the purple as well. So yeah, that one was really nice. Anyways, the other thing that I was working on were those mesh bags, and I don't have them with me right now, although they are both done and being used, which is why they're not here right now, because the kiddos actually needed their own mesh bags. The way that came into being was that in the things after my late grandmother, we found this really nice crochet mesh bag, which probably wasn't made by my grandma, but by well, she was not a relative. She was this just a friend of the family who at her time was called Grandma Annie, and was just like a grandma to my father and his brother. So it was probably her who made this bag. There is a loose end here, but it's pretty simply made with these they are triple crochets with 2 bases stitched together. I don't know if you can see it in here. don't focus on my face, focus on the back. I'll maybe make a tutorial for this because it's a really easy thing to make, and I did it tiny bit differently to this. This is made in spirals going around, and I made it in joined rounds, and I made it smaller, of course, for the kiddos, but it has just a simple double crochet border at the top and handles made out of single crochets. So first I started using this for just random things around the house. Then I found out it's great for the pram, or the pram. Kiddos still use these for big kiddos, just for, you know, the times where their legsies are too tired to walk. So I just used it, you know, hanged on the handles of the pram, and it's great. It holds so much stuff. And Marek saw that and just wanted his own, and of course wanted a yellow-green combination because he loves yellow color, and I happened to have this yellow gradient Camilla yarn in my stash because Camilla is pretty great for this kind of project. So I had that yellow one, and I had a small remainder of basic green one. So I used that. I used the whole ball of the yellow one and the whole remainder of the green. I'll have a picture of the finished bag up here. I was taking that as a project with me to the playgrounds, and I've managed to finish it during two visits to the playgrounds basically, and it was really great. I originally, even as I was distracted, made a mistake in the handles, and then I redid that. So then Marek had his yellow and green bag and was really happy with that, and of course Dan wanted his own as well. So for him, I don't know what his favorite colors are yet because he doesn't state his preferences. He differentiates the colors. He knows kinda the words for them, but he just didn't know. So I made a variegated blue and solid purple one for him, and Marek didn't want this stripe in the colors of the bag, but for Dan I made a stripe in there in purple, and then I made the handles purple. So you will see that again in the picture. And Dan's bag looks smaller because it wasn't used yet to hold stuff. The yellow one, we already used it along with this one again on the pram to hold playing stuff, some water pistols and their swimming gear and stuff to go to the playground. So we have these mesh bags, and I was using this basically antique or vintage one, but I plan to make one for myself so that I don't destroy this one. There was already a mishap with, yeah, it's visible in here. There is a small stain, and that's from the wheel of the pram because it was so elongated that it touched the wheel and it rubbed against the bag. So I don't want that to happen, and I'll just use some probably purple and blue for myself. I have this darker blue and this burgundy pinkish purple color of Camilla yarn. I also found out that, as I mentioned in my stash video, that there are several companies that make the Camilla yarn, that they are not all the same, because I have this Volnaheb Camillas and I have this Camilla from another brand. It's from Slovakia, I think, and I don't remember the name, but it's like this low-cost variation of Camilla, and it's different to the touch. it was the variegated blue and variegated yellow that I used, and I used almost a whole ball of the blue and a whole ball of the yellow, and I'm basically glad that I used it up. I have one more, which is pink variegated, and I'll probably also use it for a bag like this because it's a bit stiffer. It's a bit not scratchier, but it's tougher on the fingers when you work with it, and it's absolutely sturdy for the bag. It's okay, but the original, like the Vilna Camilla, is softer to touch and more pleasant. And as I was first working with the variegated no-name sort of brand, I was surprised that so many people prefer the Camilla yarn and use it for clothing. And I was like, it's stiff and it's tough and it's a bit scratchy or something. How do you use it for garments? And only then I unpacked the Vilna Camilla and used it, and I was like, aha. It's so sort of different. It's softer, it's sleek, it's still, you know, that silky finish. It's a bit glossy, but it's softer and really pleasant to use. So I guess that's the solution to the question that I had about it. So I'll use more of those Camillas for the bags. Maybe I should use the pink one for my bag and just, yeah. But anyways, I might do that as a tutorial. I think that might be nice to follow and to make. So hopefully there's that in the future. Also, I think I showed you this one. I'm not sure. I finished that mandala vest. Did I show you that? Oh, I think I did. Someone commented on the color, right? Yeah, but again, the mandala vest is done, ready for Blanca to get when she gets back here in Czech Republic. So yeah, the border is like this. It's a bit floppy. But yeah, I really like that border. And with that, the funny thing was that the 2 rows of there are 3 rows of the border, and the first 2 rows came out like in some places they are the same color variation as the row below. You know, here it's almost the same part of the gradient, or where was it? Somewhere around here. Nope. No, it did it. Yeah, it did nice gradients like this in here. I really like that. So yeah, there was a lot of chain stitching and, you know, like making chains of 3 and chains of 4 to make it bigger, and it looks really great. I think it will look amazing on Blanca. So we have that ready, and we will store that till December, I think. But yeah, and I was also working on that other secret project, which I'm still not showing you. But you've seen one of the secret projects, right, today? So that was the cat. Other stuff that I want to make now, I almost don't have projects now, as in work in progresses, except that secret one. But I'm still starting small things like the hat and the mesh bags. So I will work on another mesh bag. I'll have the cat commission to make, you know, and there was the elephant. But I've seen the chicken scratch video from Charlie from the Stitchery. I again will link her in the description, and I just want to try some embroidery maybe, and I really loved that chicken scratch kind of embroidery. And right after the video I went to Pinterest, which I only use for basically inspiration for my projects, and I just made this new board of embroidery and saved a bunch of pictures of chicken scratch designs in there, because the way it works, it's just so simple. You use this checkered canvas, you know, and how do you call it, gingham, and you use just one color or two colors of embroidery floss, the string, and it makes such amazing designs. So I just want to try that. So yeah, and yeah, there are more projects, of course, coming, but yeah. So one thing that came also with this cat, and which was not of my making, because I'm not good at that kind of art, were pictures of the cat. This is, you know, a thing that I didn't do, but I hope the people that made these pictures would allow me to show you what they made. It's amazing art. I basically commissioned a few people to make art as a gift for my husband for his birthday, and I wanted all of that art to be portraits of our cat. So there was this theme, and I have a box of the pictures, which was as I gave him this as the gift, you know, the whole box of the pictures. There are 5 of them. So I hope the artists will allow me. If not, I'll cut this out. But this was done by our friend Mirabelle. It's this beautiful watercolor with some glitter in it, or sparkly colors, and this beautiful leafy background of the cat. So that's absolutely adorable. Then there was this dry pastel painting or drawing by our friend Meshi. It is our cat with a contract of care with the underling humans. So it's absolutely adorable. I love her face and ears. It's just amazing. It's great art. If you're hearing noises, it's my husband making a Swift for me from pieces of wood. So he enjoys wood crafting, so he's making that. There is, and after those 2, those are friends who are artists, and they are from one friend group, so I addressed them to make these pictures. And then one extra human that I asked to make the art was actually my husband's sister, and she makes beautiful art. I'll link her Instagram, and I'll also link the social media of Meshi and Belle. But Evcha, my husband's sister, makes beautiful drawings, and especially of cats. So that was basically the first thing that inspired me to make this whole gift. So I asked her as well to portray our cat, and she didn't make one, and she didn't make 2, but she made 3 pictures of our cat. So here's the first one, a beautiful watercolor, which I absolutely love. It's so beautiful. And the funny thing is, Evcha has also 2 little boys, which are older than our boys, but one of them, when she made this, was like, yeah, it's beautiful, you should finish that. Thinking it was, you know, unfinished art. And when my husband unpacked this, our older son was like, oh, it's beautiful, you can, you know, draw the missing parts of the cat. The kids just understand that as a, you know, a challenge to finish the drawing. So yeah, it's amazing. She also made this beautiful picture of Rocket in some greenery, and it's watercolor and colored pencils, I think. So yeah, that's amazing. And then she made this thing which looks like, you know, this propaganda poster of Rocket. So yeah, I love it. So we now have all of these beautiful art pieces, and the thing I'm intending to make is actually a gallery wall in our kitchen. We have this one wall which we can't really put furniture against because there's not enough space, but it would be perfect for pictures and photographs, and I'm just intending to make it a gallery wall, to print out some photographs of the family and some art and some random, you know, pictures. Lately my mom showed me this old diary that had beautiful drawings of flowers, these like botanical drawings. So I guess some of these would be also great on that wall. So I'm also looking forward to do that. I had quite a plan of several DIY home improving stuff around here. One thing I want to do is to paint our stairs in rainbow colors. We have these because our floor was originally an attic. It's now a full-size flat. It was rebuilt, but it was originally an attic, and there are wooden stairs going up here, which on the top have this utilitarian carpet, the office carpet, but the front side of the stairs is wooden, and it's currently painted dark brown. And I want to sand it a bit and use like 6 or 7 different colors to make it, you know, rainbow stairs. And yesterday we were actually at IKEA and we picked this rainbow doormat to put under the stairs, because we also moved our shoe storage. We moved our shoe storage down below the stairs, so we put a doormat under the stairs, and I picked 2 acrylic colors in this home renovation construction store, Hornbach. So I have 2 colors to try on the stairs. If it's gonna work, I'm gonna buy this whole spectrum of colors, because I was looking at the bigger you know, buckets of colors, and they didn't have purple in most of them. They had just this primary blue and red and yellow, and then some brown and gray colors, which I don't want that. And then there was this artsy section, and they had these smaller tubes of acrylic paints, which should possibly work for the stairs, but I need to try it. So I have one blue one as the, you know, the brightest. It's like this ultramarine royal blue color, and I have the yellow one, which is the lightest, and I need to see if it covers the original paint or doesn't. So I'll be trying that. I'll probably not be doing that this week, which I have sort of free because kiddos are at the summer kindergarten. I don't have the time for that, I think, but I might do that in autumn while there's some free time. So we'll see about that. Those are another crafty, artsy plans around here. But for now, I think I've already been chatting for quite a while. So let me wrap this up. I'm really glad you were following me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble. And thank you for liking all my stuff at other social media. I'll link those in the description. I'll also have my Ko-fi linked in there. I'm still working on that. Not much done over there, but I had some financial stuff to sort out because my car sort of broke down, and we found out basically that it might have its last in it, so I'm possibly looking into getting a new used car. So if you want to tip me over there at Ko-fi, or if you want to buy some of my stuff, you're absolutely welcome to do that. Just contact me for commissions if you want to, or look at the stuff that is already at the Ko-fi page. That will be much appreciated. Otherwise, subscribing and liking here on YouTube also helps a ton. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for interacting at all the platforms, basically. For now, thank you so much. Have a great time. Enjoy crafting, enjoy creating, and enjoy the colors. Goodbye.